What's going on, guys? Sin for the win here, and we are back with our franchise mode as the Detroit Red Wings. As you can see, has already passed up the free agency and everything like that. Got our lines pretty much sorted, and but first I want to check out, since we didn't in the last video, I'm going to check out the prospects that we drafted. I already checked out the goalie, so I know what he's like, and he did indeed grow. So he's like he was like a 69 when we first looked at him, and he did indeed grow. So he's good for the AHL. I already got him in his slot. But anyway. Oh yeah, not here. It's in the system. So, okay, we know about Leclerc and McNabb. We drafted those guys last year. Who we're looking at now is, where is he? Wasn't, who was it? Wait a second. It was, the one of the grinder. LaPierre was one, but, ooh. Yeah. Oh, damn. Who the heck was the first guy we drafted? It was a top 6 grinder. All right, top 6 grinder. Why is he? Yeah, LeBlanc. Yeah, LeBlanc was it, right? It had to have been. Yeah. No, it's a power forward. What the hell? Why did I just? Now I'm tripping. Newmanin. Okay. Yeah, no. This is, yeah, there we go. Okay. I was like, wait a sec. Yeah. It was Newmanin. There we go. Yeah, so he's going to take a while to develop. Damn. I was hoping for him to be a bit better, but 58, 18. Yeah, he's going to, I don't even know if he'll be ready in this playthrough, but we hopefully he develops quickly. So, looks like a bit of a, not a bust, but we just can't use him immediately. But I'll show you the goalie. He's pretty good. There we go. That's for him. I like that. Yeah. Yellow Elite, he's 71 overall. I got him playing in there. I sat Van Podelbeer. But Popelberg, I don't know how you pronounce it, but whatever. He's being sat right now. Yeah, McCutcheon, he'll do that. And this guy's not signed, so I mean, I could sign that guy, but not really. I don't know if I should. But there's someone else who I could. Let me just take a look at it. Like LeBlanc. I don't really have room for it. I kind of do, actually. I could play him third line in the AHL, but yeah. For right now, you know what I am? Yeah. I'm going to do that real quick and then sort him out. But I just wanted to show you guys the prospects. And, yeah, I will actually need to sign that guy because I can play him somewhere. Vanier as well. He's a sniper, a top 9. I'm not going to sign him. I'll let him just do whatever elsewhere. Even if he doesn't grow, that's fine. He's 73. He wouldn't fit onto our scoring area. And, yeah, we're just going to do that for him. And I think that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys here in the... yeah, you can see where's Malkin at. Malkin dropped, but not as much as I thought he did. He only dropped to an 86. So he might drop more throughout the year, but that's still good. This is, even if he drops to like an 84, he can still play like second line through a cup run and even move to first line because his offensive stats will still be very good. All right, it's his defensive stats that are falling off. That's what mainly, like, the defense and physical are really how people start to decline in the beginning, and then after a while everything falls off. But that's what first falls off, is like defense and physical, I've noticed. So he's still good to play. So yeah, we taking care of that. I'll show you guys the lines real quick. Spent for the NHL, and I'll show you the AHL as well. I'm kind of excited about those guys we drafted last year. They should be NHL ready by next year, so that's pretty cool. When Malkin retires, we should have people fill in the gap. So yeah, here it is. Here's our lines: Kucherov, Larkin, Reinhart, connecting Malkin and Stone. This is our regular season matchups or pairings, whatever, that worked for us, that got us into the playoffs at the end there. So we're gonna roll with that. Third line's looking a bit weaker, but again, that's the cap stuff. We're gonna stick with Juris, and we're gonna have Paquette in there as well. So it's a bit weaker of a third line, but you know what? These guys were pretty good for us. And Shahan should hold them together, being that center at 84 overall, so that's good. Anthony Delorier, Glendening, same fourth line. We've been rolling with this for a few years, and why change? Well, it's working. They're a great fourth line for us. Defensively, same: Sergachev, Hamilton, Foote, Bean, Dillon, and Yulson. And Yulson got to an 85, so I mean, yeah, it makes sense that he wanted that amount of money, and I think, you know, we might have to make a trade in the defensive core come like next year, because it's looking like we got a bit too much money tied up in that, especially with Yulson keep getting better. Dillon might even want more money as well, so I'd probably hold on to him. Maybe Yulson's the guy to go. I don't know. It'll be something that we'll worry about when we get there. And then goaltender-wise, I'm happy about this. Luukkonen's up to an 85, and we have him secured to 4 years for that kind of deal. That's really good. That's a really good deal, especially at this point. That's a very, very affordable contract for a backup who's an 85 overall, who could go in there as a spot starter. I mean, he's on a fantastic deal we got him on this, so that's really good. And that pretty much takes care of it. Now I'm just going to make that minor change. I might edit this out and I might not if it doesn't take too long. Hobson's an enforcer. I'll just scratch him since there's no fighting, basically, because this is an old save file. It doesn't work. This guy, he could still keep getting better, but he hasn't really. So we're going to put him down. And here he is. No. Who's the guy? I know we signed him. Can he not play? I thought he'd be able to play. I signed him. Maybe he can't play. Interesting. I signed him. He was 20, wasn't he? What the hell's going on? Maybe I'm missing him. No. No, it was a power forward. Yeah, it's none of these guys. What the hell? I thought he'd be able to play. Well then. We have a bunch of these guys here. We could trade a few of these guys, but holy, I thought, whatever. Might as well put the enforcer. What the hell? Interesting. Why? Huh. I don't know. I thought, that was interesting. I thought for sure that guy would be, I don't know what's going on. I thought when I signed that guy, he would be, oh yeah, they get put on the NHL team. They get put on the freaking NHL team. God, I always forget that. Oh my goodness. I looking like an idiot now. Yeah, there he is, LeBlanc. Okay. Yeah, looking like a friggin' idiot. They always get put on the NHL team. I need to remember that, but it's confusing. You don't expect them to get put there as like a 70-something overall. So, yeah. Oh, hello. Yeah, go back to there. Hobson, I'll scratch him again. We got so many guys that are also scratched. So those guys we could like ship off. I'd ship off some guys like just for some pick. Just to, I know it's not real cap because they're down here, but every little bit would count. It'll just be a little bit. Plus, we just got too many of them. They can play elsewhere, and plus, it's value that we're just holding on to that we don't need to. But I would want to do LeBlanc because he's got the top six whatchamadoozies. So we'll put him in there. And that will do it. Yeah, he's listed to be other forward. Playing third line time for right there. Should be good. Here's Leclerc, 79 now at 21. So next year, I'm thinking he could be in his 80s. Hopefully in the mid-80s. So we can actually play him on like the second line or something like that. We might have a bit of a step back year as we insert new guys into the lineup. There's McNabb as well. He should get up there. And he could take over the left wing where Malkin is as well because he's a lefty. But that's what we're looking at right now. And then also Nikulin, this guy's more of a depth guy. He's still listed to be minor scorer, so maybe this year helps him out. He can get to be more of a depth guy. And I love his defensive stats as well. Shot blocking, not so great, but everything else is great. I'm loving it. All right, so anyway, that takes care of that. And, show you the goaltender as well. Just so you can see we're playing him. There he is. He's been in people in. He's listed to be other, but we're going to use him as a backup. That shouldn't hurt him or anything like that. Getting a few games should help him, actually. And Lala's still there. I'm liking it. We're sitting the Van Podelberg guy because, he's not really going to turn out to be anything. Doesn't have much value. We could ship him off if we want to, but, yeah, I think there's a few things we could do with those other guys. So we'll look at that. And we do have a bit of cap space, so if we could pick up a couple depth guys and some picks, we'll do that. So actually, that's what I'm going to look at right now. Before we start the simming, I do want to get to the simming, but I do want to make a couple trades here because we have so many guys who are just not doing anything down in there in the system. So I remember most of their names. It was basically the guys who were on the block for us. All right, let's sort by the trade values again. And we're playing Holmstrom. We can do because we're not even playing him at this point. And, we'll throw him in there. Screw that. Holmstrom. And we'll do that. Those three for a third. That should work, correct? There we go. All right. So, yeah, a couple people didn't like that. Let me double check my AHL team now. A couple people lost some morale, but that's all right. Doesn't matter. I'm going to check my AHL team once more just to refresh on who is not playing, and I can remember to ship a couple more guys off. Because we have a lot of forwards who just aren't playing. And I'm not necessarily a fan of that. So, let's see. This is actually tougher than I thought. I'm just trying to make some garbage trades here. Come on. All right, that would work. That'll work right there. All right, there we go. Okay. So, there we go. Traded away a couple guys there. Took a bit longer than I thought. I'll probably do some editing. All right, so I think that pretty much solves it. Yep, all the lines still good. HL lines are still good. Yep, we look good. All right. So now we can get into the simming. And Yep. We'll see where this takes us. I'm not too sure, but I mean, we can't. I think we'll be fine. We got Malkin there. We got the scoring. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't. Wait. Injuries. I didn't turn those off. I know that. Ooh, well, I caught myself right there. Caught myself. There we go. All right, make sure those go turned off again. Come on. There we go. All right, injuries off for the regular season. And now we're set to go. Oh, man. I always catch myself. I always do that, though. Always really close to messing up. I remember back in, what was it, like NHL, yeah, it was NHL 15 in the Calgary one. I'd totally forgotten to turn them off. I think it was the first year. And, like, right in the beginning, we had, like, an injury to, like, the first-line guy. It was hilarious. Luckily, it was a short injury, but I was like, oh, yeah, see, this is why I turn injuries off, because it was so annoying just doing all that crap. All right, so start our scouting around. All right, so preseason don't matter. I don't know how well we'll do, but not looking good right now. Hopefully that's a sign that we do good in the regular season. But yeah, preseason, whatever. Not a good preseason, though, for sure. Pretty terrible preseason, to be honest. We could only get to 500. All right. Looking good, guys. Looking good. All right, here we go. Okay, so here, about to begin the regular season. This is where it matters. This is where I'm hoping we do okay. All right, we just need to make it back to the playoffs. Once we get into the playoffs, I have all the faith in the world in us. So let's go up to here, get a couple months done, and see what's going on. We'll check all the stats, see who's doing what where. All right, we got a shootout win right there. That's a good way to start things off. People gaining morale everywhere, and especially in the AHL. That's always good. They're losing locker room chemistry, though, for some reason. Whatever, that'll get good. All right, Callan Foot's gaining morale because of ice time. That's what we like to see. A bit weaker than usual. Yeah, we'll see. Josh Juris gaining morale. Yeah. A lot of people gaining morale. Okay, there was our first loss of the season. Lost a bit of locker room chemistry. It's always weird, but whatever. Good. We answered back with a win. Now that's important. We've been kind of a streaky team. Like when we lose sometimes. Like I hope right there. Yeah, we lost a couple right there. Now if we lose another, then I'll be like, okay. So at least we're answering back a little bit better than we were last year. Last year we seemed to be very streaky. When we went on like losing streaks, we went on losing streaks, like 4 or 5, and then we'd come back with we'd get back on that track of like 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 wins, 1 loss. But then when we had the losing streaks, that's what really damaged us last year was the losing streaks. And if we've kind of solved that, then that's good. But it might be because Malkin just holds us together in so many ways, which I'm cool with. We have him for this year, but we will have to be replacing him. Again, we got the guys internally for that, so we shouldn't have to worry too much. Keep scouting here. I don't even think I should have started going defenseman, but whatever. I'll just keep scouting forwards because we've picked up a few defensemen, and all our defensive core is still super young, so we're not really going to need anyone. I mean, yeah, sure, when Dylan gets moved out, but we got Hickett's, so we got a couple other guys who are still training up, plus free agency if you needed to pick up a top 6 guy. There's always going to be a top 6 guy, so I'm not too worried about that. It would be easier to do it internally because we get him for cheaper, but if worse comes to worse, we have the free agency. But we got to pay attention to this cap. All right, so that's definitely going to be a thing. But holy crap, this is an amazing start for the Detroit Red Wings, 14-3-2. That's what I'm talking about. Hopefully the game doesn't decide you're going to have a fat losing streak here because that's what it often likes to do when you had good starts. Remember that one time we had like an amazing start and then all of a sudden we had, a 10-game losing streak? That was the year we missed the playoffs, I think. So let's turn it. Okay, there we go. I saw those 2 losses. I'm like, don't you dare start. Right as I start to talk about it, you're going to do it to me? I don't think so. No, came back with a win, came back with another one. Yeah, no, this team's a complete package this year. I'm going to say it right now. We are the complete package. Yep, 16-5-2. We're looking really good. I could probably even go longer than this, man. We could probably get a lot of this season done because I'm feeling like we don't need to do anything. First in the division, only by 2 points, but hey, first in the division, wow, there's a big gap between 3rd and 4th. So that's actually good. Wow, what happened to the Lightning? They were like dominating last year. I guess us handing them that L really affected them. That's what I'm talking about, Detroit. We changed franchises and not just our own. All right, Malkin leading in points on the second line, so it looks like that second line's doing well. We'll see how the first line's doing with Larkin. I'm hoping. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Goals for per game, 3.22. Goals against per game, 1.96. Nothing more needs to be said. Unbelievable. Power play, 23%. Great power play. Penalty. Holy crap. The whole team is clicking. Away rec. We have not lost in regulation on the road. Home record could get a bit better, but my goodness. Last 10, 7-2-1. Yep, we are dominating. I'm going to say it. We're a dominating team right now. Malkin, 21 points. Unbelievable. Malkin. There's okay, good. It looked like it is spread out because there's Reinhardt, there's Stone, there's Kucherov. Oh, there's Bean. Where's Oh, come on, Larkin. Only 11 points. Yeah. There's Konechny. Shahan's got more points than him. So does Dougie Hamilton. It's still a long season. They still got time. Yeah, Reinhardt, Kucherov. It looks like Larkin's like the odd man out and getting the pucks going everywhere but to him. Whatever. He's a plus player, I guess. So I also don't have him on. I have him on the power play. What the hell? He got up to an 88. Whatever. I'll keep him where he is. Then he keeps improving. I have him on the power play, but not the 4-man power play. And then I also have him on the penalty kill. So I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of 4-man power play goals. I doubt it, but whatever. Defensively, yeah, Jake Bean, Dougie Hamilton, and Yulson is wow. Oh, he dropped back down. Yeah, I mean, because he jumped up to an 85, but then he's playing top 6 when he should be top 4, so he dropped back down. That makes sense. So yeah, it looks like that guy, we might be better to trade him for some. I don't know. I kind of like him. If we can, yeah, I want to hold on to this team, try to win another cup, go for the repeat. But if we get into cap trouble, that guy's definitely an option to move. Yep, both goalies doing fantastic. Oh my goodness, Luukkonen. Is he still good? He's still listed to be backup. That's solid. But he has got a perfect record, 4-0. And oh my goodness. Yep, that's what's really helping us. We got an amazing goaltender duo. And four shutouts already from Mrazek. A 19-game played, man. Mrazek, dude, he shuts the door. He shuts the door. Unbelievable. Yeah, this team is clicking. This team is absolutely clicking. Ooh, I kind of want to go further. We're doing so well. I'm going to go a little bit further. We're going to keep going month by month and see where we want to drop this off. Maybe get up to we can even get up to the trade deadline. We keep playing like this unless there's like some issues that start popping up. But right now, we're just killing it. And I want to keep going when we're killing it. So let's keep going here. Hopefully we don't have a bad month. We might come back down to earth. There's a couple losses right there. But can we turn it around? Can we come back with a win? There we go. Came back with a win. Now string together a few wins. Come on, guys. I know we could do it. Okay, lost right there. Couldn't get the offense going. That's all right. Chicago, how are they this year? Yeah, they're downward. Yeah, okay, we win against them. There we go. Lightning, let's keep them down. Oh, I couldn't get a point out of that game. That's a bit unfortunate. So a bit win-loss here, but that's all right because the streaks we've been getting have been winning streaks. So if we come back with string together a few wins here, we'll be in a good position. Ooh, looks like, yeah, this is a bit of a rougher month yeah. Come on, guys. Don't start this crap again. Now I'm actually starting to get worried. I'm having the flashbacks from like the years past where this happens and then we just keep losing. All right, no more losses. Come on. Don't do this to me right now. Don't do this to me. There we go. Okay. Now we just got to win a few in a row. We got to win multiple games. There we go. Okay. We're not the same. I keep being afraid. Every time I see a few losses there, I'm afraid that we're just going to keep going on streaks, But, yeah, it looks like, I think, I just got to keep having faith in this. It's hard to have, I have faith in us in the playoffs, but the regular season, we've had iffy regular seasons there now. Did we win that last game or what? I hate when it goes like that because you can't tell. Oh, we did. Okay, cool. So, yeah, we're stringing together a few wins. We're 22, 11, and 4. Yep, I think we keep going here. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'll check the stats after that. Oh my goodness, Minnesota 24, 7, and 4. They're a great team. Battle of the Elites right there. I'm gonna sim towards the trade deadline. I'll stop it if we need to, but if we keep going well, I think we just get up to the trade deadline in this video. I don't see any reason not to keep going. We handed a big L to Minnesota right there. There we go. An elite team. You know what? We're beating the elite teams. We're beating everyone pretty much. And it looks like we've become what we've been coveting, being an elite team in that division, in our conference, because it's been such a good conference as of late. I don't care. I don't care about Pro Scout. Get out of here. Okay, a couple losses there. Can we turn it around? Turn it around now. There we go. All right. Yeah, we're a good team. We're a good team. Get a point right there. Yeah, we'll be fine. We're definitely going to be a playoff team. That's what we mainly need to worry about, getting into those playoffs. And everything after that should just come easily. So we've definitely come back down to earth. We got some more losses in there than we did at the beginning. But, I mean, what did we do in the beginning? We banked those losses. So when we started playing like this, it didn't look bad. We didn't lose too much morale, because we had already had a great start to the season. So we could take a few more losses in here, and it won't hurt us too much because we put together such a strong beginning to the season. All right. I didn't want to see 3 in a row. They didn't give me 3 in a row. There we go. Give me up to, all right, we didn't get 30 wins before the All-Star break, but if we can get it shortly after, I'll be completely happy with that. And yeah, I really think we just go up to Backlund, eh? No thanks. I'm cool off Backlund. What do we need Backlund for? giving us another center. We're fine. We don't. Ooh, wait a sec. Kunal, that's too much money. Way too much money. I know they want to improve our. I'll check him out. Hold on. I'll keep him in mind. I'm not going to trade for him right now, but let me check him out. Kunako, they're a hopeful. You know what? Yeah, if his shot blocking were higher, then I'd be a complete yeah. But as of now, not looking great. His poise is good though, but he's a two-way forward. If I was gonna have like someone on that third line with the poise, I'd want it to be like another Hornqvist, like the sniper. So I'll hold off on that. All right, lost right there, but we got the point. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, a few losses right there. Now we can turn back around. You guys got it. Philly's a good team this year. Yeah, 28, 19, and 5. You got a W off of them. Calgary's a good team. They're coming back, trying to make another run for it since we stifled their hopes and dreams last time. Yeah, we'll go a month here. There we go. Calgary, okay, they handed us a loss. That's all right. Chicago, yeah, they're struggling still. All right, we made them struggle even more. Anaheim, they're an okay team, but handed them a loss. How about Nashville? What kind of team is Nashville? They're on the border of getting a playoff spot. We handed them another loss, making their chances harder. Tampa Bay has come back though. All right, Hartman, who's this? I'm checking all these guys out because I want to get an idea of maybe who I want to go for. Hartman, I don't know this guy's name, so he can't be. He's 28. No way. Look at those defensive stats. Wow, poise is really good though. Discipline is trash. Sure, his poise is great, but his defensive stats aren't. And nope, I'm going to say nope, and I'm not trading him for those guys for sure. Yeah, no. Okay. All right, we got another win against Tampa. How many is that? That's 4 in a row now. Pretty good. And 5 of the last 6. So, yeah. No, oh my God. They keep wanting to give us these guys. All right, well, I'm just going to keep denying it. I understand why they're giving it to us and why our trade block says that because our third line is weak. But you know what? It's all working right now. Jake Bean lost morale because of ice time. Shut the hell up. You were doing fine this whole year. Don't do this again. Everyone, we got just a bunch of minus morales right there. What the hell was that? Come on, guys. Don't start losing here. There we go. Turn it back around with a win. There's been like only a couple times where we've had 3 losses in a row. Every time we get like a loss or 2, we respond right back with a couple wins. I love it. That's what we've been missing. We finally feels like we have the team that I don't need to worry about. So here we are up at the trade deadline. Wow. What the hell? Toronto has gone on an absolute tear. Unbelievable. 41, 15, and 5. Yeah. So we're still not the best team, but you know what? All that we need to do is get into the playoffs. That's my creed right now. We just need to get back into the playoffs. All right. So here we are. 62 games played. Goals for per game. 2.95 goals against per game. 2.35. I'm completely happy with that ratio. Toronto's ratio is outstanding though. Wow. Yeah. Their ratio is pretty crazy. Power play, almost in second in division. Penalty kill, yeah, I would say it's sort of middle-ish, but you know what? It's decent. I'll take it. Home record's not that. What the hell? We're not a great home team, but look at that's it's like the playoffs all from last year. Those losses, most of the losses that we got were at home. And our way, what the hell? We're an amazing. We got road ice advantage, baby. All right, 7-3 in the last 10. That's crazy. If our home record was better, we would be better than Toronto for sure. Like, yeah, I mean, look at that. They kind of have the same thing going on, but they just have the good home record. Our home record been a bit lackluster at home. That's all right though. Alrighty. Okay, so Kucherov. Yeah, so we don't have like the crazy scores, but all of our scoring is super spread out. So I'm not even too mad about that. Like we don't need the top point producer when we got everyone contributing. So there's Kucherov, Malkin, Reinhart, Bean, Hamilton, Stone, Konechny, Larkin. Yeah, I'm not too upset. I mean, I liked my second liners to get 50 points, but when we got a third line producing at like a pace for like a 45 point season, then I don't really give a crap because that means everyone's contributing. And yep, pretty much everyone is contributing. Dude, what is up with Callan Foote? He's got a howitzer of a shot, 10 goals and 2 assists. He's not really a puck mover, but he's the guy who, if he's open, you pass it back to him for a big blast. What the hell? Oh, no wonder, 99 for power. And he doesn't have a good offensive awareness or passing. So yeah, he's the shutdown guy with a big blast. That's hilarious. Oh, I love Callan Foote. I wouldn't change a thing about that guy. He's a beauty. All right, and goaltenders, yeah, so Luukkonen fell a bit back down to earth, but he's still got a good record. He's still got us an additional 16 points, so there you go. in 13 games played, so that's what you want. There's our backup. He's doing fine. Yeah, they both got great individual stats as well, so there's nothing wrong with our goaltending duo. They're doing just fantastic back there. And that pretty much takes care of it. All right, so we're on track. I don't think there's any question we're going to be a playoff team. The only question is here at the deadline, do we make a trade to try to better ourselves, or do we just kind of let it roll as we did? All right, it seems like everything's been working. But should we try to strengthen that third line? Should we, have Paquette, because he's not producing either much, there, but, like, should we maybe, put George back here, have another, third line guy for us who's on his way out, you know what I mean? Should we do that again? That seemed to work, and it would help with an injury. Oh, Jesus, Malkin dropped down even further, but you know what? He's still producing. I'm going to say this is probably his last year. He's going to retire after this, which makes sense, but we're gonna milk him for everything he's worth. 85. His offensive stats are starting to decline a bit now, but it's mostly his defensive stats. Those have declined even further, and physical as well. So yeah, those are the ones that really decline and force him down. But his offense is slightly declining, but it's still great. 89 for passing, 90 offensive awareness, 90 poise. He'll be just fine for us, especially in the playoffs. We could still put him on that first line if we need to, and then we'll do Larkin here and Konechny there like we did, and have hopefully pretty similar results. So everything's looking good right now. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, I went there to check out trades. So that's my main question. Should we make another trade for, the playoff run? If so, what assets do we have? I know we got a few thirds and stuff. I maybe want to hold on to those to, trade higher in the draft. But then again, I don't know. I think we got the last pieces that we need from a draft. So at this point, I think everything should go into trading for playoff runs and things like that. So, I mean, we picked up those thirds and stuff. Maybe we use them. I think this might be the time to try to, maybe get another guy for that third line scoring line, on his way out, starts at 84, maybe drops down to 82 like Hornqvist did, but still is a solid person for us who can go up a line if need be. So that's my question. Should we trade for one of those guys? I'm kind of leaning towards yes. We could scratch Paquette. He could come in for an injury. It's not like he was getting big goals. I want to keep Juris on the roster. That's where I'm at right now. You guys let me know what you think about all of that. Remember to leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next one.